Manny Pacquiao's remarkable career and his anticipated return to the boxing ring at 46 have sparked intense discussion among analysts, former fighters, and fans. His upcoming fight against Mario Barrios has drawn attention not only for its competitive stakes but also for what it represents in the context of Pacquiao's storied legacy. Commentators like Joe Rogan, Teddy Atlas, Roy Jones Jr., and others have weighed in, marveling at Pacquiao's physical condition, mental sharpness, and enduring passion for the sport. At the same time, concerns about his age, recent performances, and the challenges posed by a younger, physically imposing opponent like Barrios create a compelling narrative of experience versus youth. Pacquiao's physical attributes, particularly his leg strength, have been a focal point of praise. Observers describe his legs as resembling tree trunks, a testament to the explosive power and speed that have defined his fighting style. This strength underpins his exceptional footwork, which allows him to control the ring, manage distance, and create angles that keep opponents off balance. His ability to move fluidly, darting in and out while delivering rapid combinations, has been a hallmark of his success across 8 weight classes, an unprecedented achievement in boxing history. Rogan, in particular, has expressed awe at Pacquiao's physique, noting that even at 46, he looks like a man in his prime. He points to Pacquiao's 2019 victory over Keith Thurman, a younger, undefeated fighter at the time, as evidence of his ability to defy age-related expectations. That fight showcased Pacquiao's relentless aggression, precise timing, and ability to overwhelm a top-tier opponent, proving that his skills remain elite. Beyond physicality, Pacquiao's ring intelligence is frequently highlighted as a key factor in his greatness. Roy Jones Jr. emphasizes his mastery of angles and ring generalship, comparing him to legends like Sugar Ray Leonard who used the entire ring to outmaneuver opponents. Pacquiao's ability to avoid being a stationary target, constantly shifting and creating opportunities, sets him apart in an era where footwork is often underutilized. His high punch output, often throwing 3 to 5 punches in rapid succession, keeps opponents defensive and unable to settle into a rhythm. This combination of movement and volume has allowed Pacquiao to dominate fights, even against larger or younger opponents. Jones believes that if Pacquiao can maintain this energy and pace for 12 rounds, his chances of defeating Barrios are strong. However, he acknowledges the critical question: can Pacquiao's legs, the engine of his style, hold up under the strain of a full fight at this stage of his career? Pacquiao's mental fortitude and passion for boxing are equally central to the conversation. Unlike many fighters who return for financial reasons or fleeting fame, Pacquiao's motivations appear deeply personal. He has spoken candidly about his love for the sport, describing it as a lifelong passion rather than a business decision. After his loss to Yordenis Ugas in 2021, which he attributed to distractions outside the ring, Pacquiao announced his retirement. Yet, within 2 years, he felt the pull of competition again, missing the intensity of training camps and the thrill of fight night. His decision to return was not made lightly. He consulted his family, particularly his wife, who gave her blessing for the Barrios fight. Pacquiao's belief in his ability to compete for another world title underscores his confidence in his physical and mental readiness. This drive, coupled with his disciplined training regimen, has convinced those around him that he remains a formidable force. Pacquiao's training camp has been a source of optimism for his supporters. Reports from coaches and sparring partners paint a picture of a fighter who is sharp, explosive, and undiminished by age. In recent sparring sessions, he completed 8 rounds with the same energy and precision that defined his prime years. His punches remain crisp, his movement smooth, and his stamina unwavering. Sean Porter, who observed Pacquiao in the gym, was struck by his relentless work ethic. After already sparring and training for an hour before Porter arrived, Pacquiao continued for another hour and a half, moving with the same intensity that made him a legend. Porter noted that Pacquiao's constant motion, rooted in his psychology as much as his technique, remains a defining trait. His calves, still powerful and well-conditioned, enable the lateral movement and pressure that have always been central to his game plan. The support system around Pacquiao also plays a significant role in his comeback. Teddy Atlas emphasizes the presence of seasoned professionals, trainers, medical staff, and former champions, who monitor his progress closely. These individuals would not allow Pacquiao to step into the ring if they believed he was at risk. Their confidence in his abilities, based on his performance in camp, suggests that Pacquiao is not merely relying on past glory but is genuinely prepared for the challenge. Atlas, while cautious, expresses hope that those around Pacquiao have seen something extraordinary in his preparation, something that justifies this high-stakes return. This trust in his team, combined with Pacquiao's own discipline, fuels optimism that he can achieve what few fighters have at such an age. However, not all perspectives are unequivocally positive. Dan Rafael raises concerns based on Pacquiao's last exhibition bout, which was widely criticized as lackluster. That performance, while not a true reflection of his competitive form, highlighted potential vulnerabilities in timing, reflexes, and endurance. Facing a younger active fighter like Barrios, who has size, reach, and power advantages, could expose these issues. Barrios, at 30, is in his prime and coming off strong performances, despite losses to elite fighters like Keith Thurman and Gervonta Davis. His physical attributes, 6 inches taller, with a 4-inch reach advantage, present a stylistic challenge for Pacquiao. Analysts suggest Barrios may employ a strategy of using his reach to keep Pacquiao at bay, forcing him to expend energy early by moving constantly. If Barrios can drag the fight into the later rounds, where age-related fatigue might set in, he could capitalize on Pacquiao's diminished stamina. Despite these challenges, many believe Pacquiao's experience and versatility give him an edge. David Benavidez describes him as the embodiment of a complete fighter, excelling in footwork, combinations, defense, and ring awareness. What sets Pacquiao apart, according to Benavidez, is his spirit and willingness to engage in battle with any opponent. This fearless mentality, combined with his technical prowess, makes him a unique figure in boxing. Jeff Mayweather echoes this sentiment, emphasizing Pacquiao's retained hand speed and punching accuracy. Unlike many fighters whose skills erode with age, Pacquiao's timing remains sharp, and his ability to land clean shots could be decisive against Barrios. Mayweather believes that if Pacquiao maintains his speed and power, victory is within reach. The matchup itself is seen as favorable for Pacquiao by some. Barrios' style, which can falter under pressure, may play into Pacquiao's hands. His tendency to fold in high-intensity situations, as seen in his fight against Abel Ramos, could be exploited by Pacquiao's relentless pace and combination punching. Robert Garcia predicts an early finish, suggesting Pacquiao could overwhelm Barrios within the first 4 or 5 rounds using his speed and power. However, Garcia acknowledges that if the fight extends into the later rounds, Barrios' youth and endurance could become factors. The consensus among many analysts is that Pacquiao's success hinges on his ability to impose his will early, setting the tone and avoiding a war of attrition. Pacquiao's legacy is also a significant part of the discussion. His unprecedented achievement of winning world titles in 8 weight classes has cemented his status as one of boxing's all-time greats. A victory over Barrios would further elevate his legend, placing him among the rare fighters who have defied age to compete at the highest level. Comparisons are drawn to Bernard Hopkins, who won a world title at 49, and others who made successful late-career comebacks. For Pacquiao, a win would not only add to his record but also reinforce his reputation as a fighter who transcends the limitations of time. Even a competitive performance, regardless of the outcome, would underscore his remarkable longevity and dedication. On a personal level, Pacquiao's demeanor adds to his appeal. Rogan highlights his friendly, almost disarming personality outside the ring, which contrasts sharply with his ferocity once he steps through the ropes. Opponents like Keith Thurman, who engaged in pre-fight trash talk, underestimated Pacquiao's intensity, only to be outclassed. This duality, humble and approachable yet ruthlessly effective, has endeared him to fans and peers alike. His ability to remain composed under pressure, both in and out of the ring, reflects a mental strength that complements his physical gifts. Critics, however, caution against romanticizing Pacquiao's comeback. The physical toll of boxing, especially at 46, cannot be ignored. Barrios, while not on Pacquiao's level of fame or accomplishment, is a legitimate threat with the tools to exploit any decline in Pacquiao's abilities. His size, reach, and power, combined with a tactical approach, could make this a difficult night for the veteran. Some analysts suggest Barrios will aim to neutralize Pacquiao's speed by keeping him at a distance and targeting his body to sap his energy. If successful, this strategy could turn the fight into a test of endurance, where Barrios' youth might prevail. Ultimately, the Pacquiao-Barrios fight is a clash of contrasts: experience versus youth, legend versus contender, passion versus ambition. Pacquiao's return is driven by a desire to prove he still belongs among the elite, fueled by a love for boxing that has not faded. His training, discipline, and support system suggest he is as prepared as ever, but the realities of age and the physical demands of the sport loom large. For fans, the fight is an opportunity to witness a living legend attempt to defy the odds once more. For Pacquiao, it's a chance to add another chapter to a career that has already redefined what's possible in boxing. Whether he emerges victorious or not, his courage in stepping back into the ring at 46 is a testament to his enduring spirit and unbreakable will.